Tuesday in Denver, Colorado. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tennessee Titans and the Denver Broncos. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Down, 30 base.
Watch the safety creep. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Check.
Deep rip.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch time. Tight end right. Three down.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Safety's creeping.
Here's 2nd and 8. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. Back to throw here. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
First down, Tennessee.
On the double.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
That's what I do. Check. Lucky.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Here we go. 70, Indy.
Here we go. Hey, alert 3.
Topper. Hit it.
Now Gurley. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll try a handoff right with Gurley. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 3rd down.
Ready up. 55, mark 55. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't down.
They're going to look to throw. And he connects with Ertz. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And the Titans' first down.
Set up. 60 Pittsburgh. Shoot.
They'll run it here. This is James White. And they'll get this down to the 10. 11 more on that one and another first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
61, matchbox lights.
Another try on 2nd down with Gurley. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
He's crashing.
He's gripping.
3rd and goal, Gurley. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Todd Gurley hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Wait, that. Why, 20?
58, the mark. Watch the slap, watch the slap.
That's Ozzy.
On 1st down, Brady. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
Here we go.
Brady will try again on 2nd down. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Let's get off the field. Check. Hold the look, hold the look, hold.
Let's go on. No, 66.
58's the Mike. 58's the Mike.
Sugar, sugar.
From the gun, it's Brady. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
He talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Hey, 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 hey. Get it.
He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9.
152 fighter.
You got that right there.
Hey, Delta.
They'll set up a throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Now it's Chris Boswell on for the field goal try. This is a 26-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
50, Mike, 50.
72.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
You got nothing.
Alert! Smooth.
58 to Mike. Drop deep, drop deep. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he will be marked down short of the 1st as they get to him at the 29. They do get 5 there, but it's not enough. And it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. Back deep, Antonio Brown. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. What a spin. Give him 11 yards that time on the return, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
4 receivers now. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. 2nd down and 4. 2nd and 4. And that's complete. It's Ellington. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 43. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Man open left side is Brown. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes our score 17-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Bernard. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Brady going deep for Diggs. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
You see it all day.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was looking there for Bruce Ellington, but it'll be second down. Here's second and 10 now from the 29.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. Get it.
Second and 10. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Justin Reed. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 7-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Now the question, what do you do here? Time, not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you'd need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's...
And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are.
And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Todd Gurley on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Boswell for the extra point. And the lead is now 24.
Next to score, Titans 24, Broncos nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a second and 5.
Go Bandit! Hey, wahoo!
Throwing now is Brady. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. Let's go, D. Let's go. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58. Regular.
Shotgun now for Brady. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
58. Sugar.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Kill.
Ozzy.
Check three.
Now Brady. Underneath, this is Bernard. They'll wind up getting 10 back there, as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Wait, 20.
Mike, 58, right there.
Better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now. Hey, go 66. Kill. Hey, check it.
From the gun on 3rd down, Brady going up top. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 14 at the 4-yard line.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. On the ground, it's Thompson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage will be found.
Mike's 50. Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball. Hey, seam 6. Check it, reload.
Brady to throw on 3rd and 1. Gets it to his running back, Bernard. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Fourth down.
Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Denver. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This is taken at the 15. A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 32-yard line.
Ready, break.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1. Looking deep for his tight end, Ertz. And that will be incomplete. Try to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. Got a nice lead. You should be able to protect it. But if you get careless with the football, look out.
Joker. Check 52. Check 31. Check 31.
Now.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
First down, Tennessee.
On the ready.
51's mine. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey.
They go play action here on 1st down. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. Defensively that time they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Brady. He's going to go deep for Beasley. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
Hey, Alabama. Watch the slants. Watch the slant.
58, boys. 58. 58. It's Mike.
Hey, check. Rim.
To throw on 3rd down. Brady. And he's got Lockett. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Bobby McCain here, the one who brings him down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Here we go, 50, Mike 50.
Watch the pass. Here we go. Goal 50. Mike 50, Mike 53.
Brady. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A huge play there for Denver. 42 yards.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed.
Under 10. Go Bandit.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
They come out here in the I. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Now a toss play to Bernard. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Giovanni Bernard, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos cut into that lead. They were able to stop him at the line on 1st down, but this time he punches his way through.
And sometimes
feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. So trying to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check tight.
Shoot! Watch the shoot!
Pilot, 64, weak. Let's go.
They'll look to throw here. Caught. It's Ellington. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. He's going deep for Brown. It's caught inside the 25. A big play that time for the Titans. And even 40 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Going to flare this one out to Gurley in the flat. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
They can't hang with us.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Titans. They've got the football. They'll be looking to extend their lead here as we begin the 4th quarter.
Ready, set.
Mike 51, Mike 51. I got one.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
2nd and 9 now. This is caught, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another 1st down.
Here we go. 8-3.
They'll try and run it in with Wright. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. As we get late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real, and I know a lot of the visiting teams like to downplay it because they don't want to get into the heads of their players, but you can't avoid it. As soon as you get to the locker room, you get to the stadium, they always post it in there. Welcome to Denver. Altitude 5,280 feet. The air is rare.
And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line.
Ready.
The Titans on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Again, they run with Gurley. I don't think Gurley got there. Looks like the defense held him back. What a stand so far defensively. And now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
That'll be taken in the end zone. And there is a flag as he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. But who's this going to be against?
Here we go.
So the face mask gets him a free 15 to start the drive.
Bandit.
To throw is Brady. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco 1st down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Hey, goal 66.
56. Hey, Alabama.
On 1st down, Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
No, 66. Hey, check it.
I got motion. 56 of Mike.
Hey, orbit.
All day.
Hey, 66.
Here's Brady to throw. That's complete. Bernard. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
56 right there, 56.
Brady going to try and throw on third down. This complete to Lockett. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 25-yard line. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
58.
Throwing on first down is Brady. It's caught. Lockett. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. Brady's got his guys first and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Brady now on first down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Tyler Lockett, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos get a bit closer.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They'll start the drive with a give to White. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Go!
Crunch time, defense.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play that time for the Titans. 41 yards.
First down, Tennessee.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. They try right side here. Gurley trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up second and 10. Yet another carry here tonight for Gurley. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with third and still 7 yards to go. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Titans, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And they'll have another road date next week with the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll try to
Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Are you ready? Are you ready?
Get ready, dog.
This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People wanna know where Mace, Potts, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, ahead, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the right, turn it up, we giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about, space out your mind? But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, passing your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub